Today's workout is a prenatal strength workout. It's 10 minutes. I'm gonna use a set of 10-pound dumbbells, but you can use whatever you have or go weightless. So we're gonna start with a deadlift. Go ahead and face the side, and then feet under your hips, chest up, shoulders back, brace your abs, and we're gonna come down, hinging from the hips, dumbbells come down, and then stand all the way up. So I'm going about mid-shin here. That's until I've got a flat back. Might be a little lower or higher for you. And we want to keep those weights close to our legs. Feel that stretch in the back of our hamstrings, down the back body. And as I'm moving forward, I'm keeping my chest up and shoulders back. And that's important because we don't want that work to go into the lower back or the spine. We want it to stay safely in the back of the body. So we do that by taking the load into our hips, hinging there. So you really feel it in those hamstrings at the bottom. You can go as slow as you want through these. There's no set amount of reps we're trying to get to. Just go at your own pace. We're gonna rest for 10 seconds right here. And if you need a longer break, you can feel free to take one. Drop one dumbbell. We're gonna do a narrow to a wide squat. So start with your feet about hip width apart or a little bit wider. Dumbbells up at your collarbones. We're gonna squat down. And we're gonna step right, squat again. Step back in, squat, narrow, and step to the other side, squat. So we're doing one narrow squat, one wide squat. In that narrow squat, I want you to point your knees straight ahead in line with toes, and then turn your knees out a little bit in line with those toes. So we're firing up those legs, the glutes, keeping that weight really close so we're in control of it. And we want to get our hips almost to knee level if we can. Now, depending on where you're at in your pregnancy, it might be harder to get as low because of your stomach. No big deal, just do what you can. Time. All right, we're gonna keep one weight. We're gonna come to one end of our mat, feet about hip width apart. We're gonna do a monster walk. So we're gonna squat down and walk to one side. Here we go, squat. Let's take 3 big steps, and then we're gonna go back other side. So knees forward, toes forward here. Hips back. You can come a little higher, you can stay here, or you can go lower, about knee level. Do whatever you feel comfortable with. But what I want you to focus on is keeping that chest up, hips back, weight in your heels. If you find that's getting to be too difficult, you can always drop the dumbbell. You can go without it. This one really gets those legs burning, you feel it? We're going full body today, getting those legs first so we get our heart rate up. Rest. All right, grab your other weight. We're gonna do a split lunge. So take one leg, step it back a couple feet. We're gonna lunge, dropping that back knee toward the floor and bringing that front knee over your ankle. We're aiming for 90 degrees here. And that front thigh, we're trying to get it parallel to the ground. Weight is in that front heel and the ball of the foot, so you should be able to wiggle those toes. And that's gonna make your glute work harder, protect your knee. Again, this is a good one. If you don't wanna use the dumbbells, you don't have to. You can modify that way. Or again, you can always take more breaks. Not do as many, go slower. Really, this is your workout. You do what you want to do. Rest. We're gonna move to that other leg, so shake it out. Other foot forward, other foot back. Good posture, and we lunge. So that posture is really important here too. Chest is lifted, shoulders are back and down, abs are braced. Hips and shoulders are square. So we've got a strong foundation. That way that allows those legs to get the work we want. And again, 90 degrees is what we're aiming for. Pushing through that front heel right here, squeeze your butt. How we doing? We're past the halfway point. Almost there. All right, moving on to a kneeling plank row. So come down onto your hands and knees. You can keep your knees under your hips or walk them back. We're gonna row one arm at a time. Pull that elbow back, up and high, and switch. So we're pulling that elbow back nice and high, squeezing the shoulder blade, keeping those hips stable. Now, if this is too intense, you could always go without the weight and just do the motion with your arm, or you can do really light weights here. You can also bring your knees in, and that will lessen the intensity and the pressure on your core and on your shoulders. Taking your knees wider will also help you avoid shifting your weight too much here. Nice. All right, we're gonna move on to a kneeling push-up. So put those dumbbells off to the side, hands about as wide as the mat. Again, you can walk the knees back or keep them under your hips. Let's push up, chest to elbow height, and lift. So we want that chest going down about elbow level or as low as you can go, protecting that belly. Shoulders are over your wrists. We're pushing through those palms. And if you need to here, walk those knees in any amount, and that will help release some of that tension. Sorry for the random coughing. I've got a little congestion here. It's always worse during pregnancy too. Almost there, 10 seconds. Rest. All right, moving to our feet. Grab your weights again. We're gonna do a bicep curl to an overhead press. So feet under your hips, chest up, shoulders back. Curl those weights up. Press, curl, and release. So strong core as you take those weights overhead. We want to keep everything braced. And as you're taking those weights overhead, make sure you're not leaning back. You're keeping that core tight, knees soft. And you're gonna feel that in those biceps and then in the backs of your shoulders, the front of your shoulders. This one's tough. If you've got heavy weights, you might switch to lighter ones at this portion, but up to you. All right, we're gonna do a single arm thruster. Bring that dumbbell down. We're gonna keep one dumbbell in the right hand. Feet a little wider than hips. Left arm out, we're gonna squat and press that weight overhead. It's a half squat here. So it's not a big movement with the hips, but we're using those hips to drive the weight up. Do you see that? Right as I stand up, I'm punching that weight, and using that lower body will help you because your arm is probably already tired from that last set. So just take your time here. Exhale at the top. This one's great for getting your heart rate up. Feel it. Keep that weight close. Almost there. Time. Whew. All right, we're gonna switch sides. Same thing, other side. Catch your breath. Arm out, weight up. Let's go. Again, keeping that bicep by your ear at the top. Exhale. Brace that core. You got it. Using those hips to push that weight to the ceiling. Halfway there. Whew. Heart rate is up. We're almost there, 10 seconds. Nice, we made it. 10 minutes, it goes by pretty fast. But you can feel free to do that workout a couple of times if you want a little more, or take longer breaks if you want a little less. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out my other pregnancy workouts on my channel and let me know what you think in the comments.